Hey guys, Or134 here. I haven't had a deck profile in a while, but that's because I've had a lot of schoolwork to do. My term had just actually ended, so hopefully I'll have more time to do deck profiles, but it'll depend on how things shape up. Last week at Locals, I ran Evilswarms and split for first. The tournament ended up taking, top 8 itself ended up taking way too long. The one top 8 match, I think, lasted almost 2 hours. Just because both players pretty much just stalling on cards and couldn't remove the opponents. It's kind of frustrating, but here's the deck. Got the 2 Rescue Rabbits and the 3 Heliotropes. I was running 3 Casters. I was only running 2 Thunderbirds. Didn't really bite me in the ass like I thought it might have, but I figure if you can search it out really easily. So Thunderbird is pretty easy to get back. Obviously 3 Karakian makes his deck really, really stupid and really, really fast. It gives you so much graveyard control. When Mandragora was playing 2 Tour Guides, I really like this deck because this deck has so much graveyard control, and when it's not in the graveyard, it's banished. You can just do a lot of stuff with Tour Guide, and still walling up on Zen Mines is not as good as it used to be, but it's still not bad. And then 1 Dad. Magic cards, Reborn, Darkhole, Heavy Storm. This was played at Locals, so cards like this are still relevant because not everybody is playing Dragon Rulers. In fact, most people aren't because it's Locals. A lot of the players at my Locals don't have a lot of money. So it's pretty much once you get to top 8 is where you start seeing all of the meta decks. Then double MST, Allure of Darkness, Rhoda, 2 Infestation Pandemics. I wish I had ran a 3rd, but I was trying a couple of tech cards out, so I figured I could get away with 2. Really wish I had a 3, but it never really bit me in the ass. It was just kind of wish I had a 3rd when I needed it. And then 2 Forbidden Lances, because Lance is really, really good. 800 is pretty substantial. Plus, it lets you stop a lot of things if you don't have the Pandemic. Trap cards. I got Double Bottomless, Warning, Judgment, Road, Mirror Force, Infestation Infection. This card was really, really handy because basically any Evilswarm you draw it can be any other one. So I really like one of these cards. 2 Breakthrough Skill, 2 Safe Zone. I love Safe Zone in this deck. I think it's so much better than Forbidden Dress. Yes, you can't use Safe Zone in Damage Step, but Safe Zone just gives you so much more protection. Protection from destruction by battle. Protection from just all sorts of different shit. And you can play this aggressively too. If your opponent's going to blow it up, you just hit it on one of their guys. You just got to be careful because if you do equip it with something, they can't attack directly. But that's why you have things like Infestation Pandemic or Lance. You Lance them or Pandemic them, it's not affected by this card anymore, so you can swing in, and then at the end of the turn, they get re-safe zoned. And then I was teching 1 Xyz Reborn, hated the card. Every time I drew it, I wished it was something else. One time was this card relevant, and the only reason why it was relevant is because I made it relevant. If this card was Infestation Pandemic, it would have been infinitely better. I just wanted to use the card. So, yeah, that was the main deck. Extra deck. 1 Stardust Dragon. Zen Mines. Leviair. Cowboy. Abyss Dweller. Emerald. Maestroke. Black Ship. Shockmaster. 2 Bahamut. This card is really, really silly in the mirror match, because like my opponent would make a card and you'd be like, Bahamut, steal their Ophion, detach the Ophion, grab your Infestation Pandemic, or oh, they have Bahamut, like Bahamut, steal their Bahamut. I really liked using this card in the mirror, especially against players who don't understand how Forbidden Lands or Forbidden Dress works. I mean, I kind of feel bad taking advantage of people not knowing, but you should know how your own cards work. 2 Ophion, 1 Pearl, and 1 Ouroboros. Side deck, I was relatively happy with. There was a couple of changes I would have made. 2 Droll and Lockbirds, 2 Electric Virus. This card is like the ultimate out to Dragosack. You pitch it, grab their Dragosack because it's a machine. Detach, get the 2 Phantom Beast tokens, and then you just sack off the Dragosack to pop one of their cards. It was just great. Or if you need tribute monsters, sack a Dragosack and one of the tokens. If you're being cute and running Obelisk the Tormentor, hey, guess what? You have 3 tokens. Or 3 sacrifices. I was testing out 1 Evilswarm Azanoth as like a non-destruction way to get rid of special summon monsters. Really wasn't happy with it. I was also testing out Mind Drains. If I was going to be running this again, these 3 would be D-Fissures. I pretty much come to the conclusion through some testing that if your deck can run D-Fissures, run the D-Fissures over the Mind Drains. Then 2 Soul Drains, 2 Eradicators, 2 Debunks, and 2 Anti-Spell Fragrances. So that was the deck. Catch you guys later.